Today I'm talking about the DV lottery selection, the diversity visa lottery selection. How are the winners get selected? That's the biggest question of this particular video. But there are some of the related questions to that particular one. The question like, is the new administration with the biggest immigration changes under the United States Citizenship Act of 2021, if is going to get passed in the Congress, will that affect the procedures under the selection process of the DV lottery winners? In other words, the Immigration Nationality Act, which establishes the diversity visa lottery, from the previous administration, we have been to have a certain consistent way of the selection of the DV lottery winners. So with this biggest change in immigration, because there are some aspects of the diversity visa lottery, will that go to affect the selection process of the diversity visa lottery? So that is the big one. But another point is, or another question I want to raise on this particular video is, we know the number of visas going to be issued is 55,000 visas. That is the maximum number of visas to be issued for the DV lottery winners in the one fiscal year. But in this new U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021, which is in the Congress, there is one aspect of increasing. One section requires to increase the number of visas to be issued from 55,000 to 80,000. Why am I bringing up that one? It's because of this one. Usually, the DV lottery winners, even if we are saying they are going to issue 55,000 visas, remember, the visas are for the main applicants. If you have 5 dependents, that is still counted as one visa. So don't assume someone with 5 kids is going to win, is taking your chances. No, it's not taking your chance. But the question is coming here is this way. So if on the previous, let's say for the DV 2021, the number of winners who were selected as winners, not given the visas, DV 2021 was 133,000 winners. That is the selection. So usually they select a higher number. For various reasons, there are some people don't get visa, and I will talk in the other video or in detail of this video later, but there are some people don't get the visas. So being selected doesn't mean automatically you are going to come to America and be given the diversity visa lottery visa itself to come to America. And there are some people for other reasons they don't get it. There are other reasons I will come to mention later. But the point is, when the DV visas, the cap was 55,000, the number of winners selection was 133,000. For instance, we are talking for the DV 2021. So if the Congress is going to pass, if the Congress passes this legislation, and now the number of visas is going to increase from 55,000 to 80,000, how will that affect the selection of the DV lottery winners? Will the number of winners also increase? Because if it was 55,000, they were giving the winners, the visas issued 55, and the number of visas, the number of selection winners, it is 133,000. So if it's going to 80,000, are they going to increase maybe to say we are going to 150,000 winners or 160, just in case more than twice of the number of the visas which I expect to be given? If the number is going to be 80,000, should we go and maybe select up to 160? In my opinion, I'm going to answer that one, but we don't have the definite answer on that particular aspect. And the other part is of this video, if you are the DV lottery winner, whether your number is small case number, whether your number is high case number, what are the reasons to be given the visa and what are the reasons to be denied the visas? You have to know that. It's not a guarantee. And another question we need to raise here is, what are the things which make you even not being considered for the selection at all? Like, you applied, they are going to give a technical punch out of the selection, you are not even going to pass to go to the machine to be selected, random selected. What are those kind of things you are not supposed to do in the application? And what are the things which people think that, oh, these are going to be considered for the DV lottery selection, but actually they are not going to be considered. There are so many things people are freaking out when it comes to maybe I put a wrong education level, or I put maybe the wrong zip code or postal code. I put a wrong, something was wrong, let's say, I'm giving an example. What are the things which don't matter when they're doing selection? We have to separate between selection process and the visa issued at the consular. So this video is going to cover all those kind of things. So I want you, before I continue, it is a long introduction, but I want you to sit down and take some important note on this one, because I'm going to answer most of your questions. But also I want you to take the opportunity to share this video, to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. The aim for the remainder of the year, for the year 2021, is to reach 100,000 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. We are almost 51,000 now. I'm just less few hundreds, but the goal is to reach 100,000 at the end of this particular year. So welcome, everyone, in case today is your first time to come to the ABM Scholars. So let me go straight to the first question. How are the winners selected? So, number one, when you apply for the DV visa lottery, it doesn't matter your geographical location. It doesn't matter your citizenship. Because there are some people think that if EBM is in America and is going to file for me, to do application for me, I'm going to win because the applicant, the person is filling, is in America. Some people think that if I'm in Europe, but I'm a citizen of maybe South Africa, or I'm a citizen of South Sudan, I'm going to win. It doesn't matter where you are. Your eligibility to participate in the diversity visa lottery doesn't care where you are. So don't come with the myth that, oh, you have to pay someone is in America to fill a form for you. Don't get into those kind of scams. If you are a citizen maybe of Benin, or you are a citizen of maybe one country, maybe let's say in the Philippines, or you are from Qatar. So if you are from that particular country, you are a citizen and you are born in that particular country, it means no matter where you are, your eligibility is based on country of birth, not where do you live today. So that has to be clear. So don't start to think, oh, I'm not getting selected because I'm in this particular country. No. Where were you born? If you are born, you are a native of maybe of Ghana, no matter where you are, during the application, it doesn't matter. Has nothing to do with the selection. So once you apply, successful applied, you have your case number. That's why, you have the confirmation number. Once you have the confirmation number, when you go there, they are not going to look your education level. They are not going to look work experience. That's why in the DV lottery, there is no aspect in the application, there is no place you can put your work experience. The work experience comes after winning. So don't start to think that, oh, this DV selection, they only take people with bachelor degree, or master's degree, or PhD, or with so many years of experience. First of all, there is no any place to put work experience in the application. So in the lottery application, the selection process, all those kind of education work experience, which work experience is not there, because for instance, someone like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi don't have even high school, but they have extensive career or experience. LeBron James didn't go to college. Assume he has to apply for the green card lottery, he's not an American citizen. In the lottery, you cannot put work experience. Those experience you show when you fill the visa form DS-260, and those experience you're going to show off or show the evidence when you are going to appear at the consular officer to explain or to show the evidence of work experience. So the lottery application, the selection, has nothing to do with your work experience. Has nothing to do with that. So I want to make sure that you understand there are things people put on your head and confuses us and think that, okay, I'm losing just to find a reason why I didn't win. Maybe because I don't have good education. I know some people who have no even primary school education, people with a primary school, people with a PhD. Those are the things. This is a random selection. By random, it means they are not going to use a merit-based system of kind of, these are people with bachelor degree, people with master's degree. No. It's a random. If they want to do with education, they have to say, if you put in this education, kind of that. So, you have to know that. So, the selection doesn't care about that. There is no aspect of religion. They are not going to look on your photos, maybe you have tattoo in your face, or you are not going to win. No. All those kind of things are not going to be part of the selection process. I'll come to explain what are the things there will be bigger part of the selection, like a photo, how the photo will affect. But it's not just like, okay, maybe I have a tattoo. No. Or maybe I have dreads. No. Those are the things which don't matter at all. So don't find any excuses or the reason or something to blame that why you didn't win the DV lottery. So, once everyone is applied, the entire world is divided into 6 regions. Africa is a region. Asia is a region. Oceania is a region. Europe is a region. South America is a region. That's why when you win, you are given what we call case number. The case number, for instance, the upcoming DV lottery, for those who have won DV 2021, it will say DV, it will say 2021 AF, Africa, EU, Europe, OC, Oceania, AS, Asia, whatever, it will give the code of the region. That's number one you have to know. They'll give the code of the region. So your case number is related to a region. So even when you are going to be given the visas, that's what we call the visa bulletin. It gives categories of region. It's not just because you are African and you live in America, obviously your case number will say USA. No, it will say still AF if you're from Africa. So for that particular case, each region, each 6 region is given a percentage. And then each country has a maximum number. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying each country must get this number. There is no country supposed to exceed a certain number, like 7% of the winners of that particular region. So if you look in quick, for instance, most of the winners are coming from Africa. At the current situation, I'm not talking about the people who are selected first of all. Obviously, they are selecting more. But even when they are issuing the visas, out of 55,000 visas going to be issued, Africa is getting a bigger number compared to the rest of the regions. So out of 55,000 visas, Africa, for the past 8 to 10 years, the number of visas given to Africa has been 20 to 22,000 visas issued to Africans under the DV lottery. So Africa gets the bigger percentage. Then there is Europe and Asia. Those are the 2 regions with higher winners compared to the rest of the region. And why some of the region have high number compared to the rest? There are other factors. The factor of representation. How many immigrants from those countries are here? By immigrant, I mean people with a green card. If you come as a student, you are not considered as an immigrant because you are here on the temporary basis. That's why there are countries which are removed from participating in the diversity visa, like Nigeria in Africa has been removed. Why? Because in the past 5 years, Nigeria has reached over 50,000 immigrants. By immigrants, I mean people with a green card, permanent residents here in America. Not students, not coming as, actually, not H1. We are talking about the green card permanent residents. So for the past 5 years, they have over 50,000. So that country is going to be removed. Yes, the country might be returned down the road, and especially with current situation where they are not processing because of the immigration suspension for almost this year. So this one will make Nigeria to come back possible in the DV 2023 to be part of the of the DV lottery. So once the country is removed, it doesn't mean the country will be there out forever. After 5 years or 3 years, whatever, if the number is going down, the country is going to be put there. So the random selection is going to be done, and each region is given the numbers. So in Africa, I don't think there is any country exceeding 4,000 winners. The countries with the highest number of winners so far in Africa, for instance, is Egypt, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Sudan. Then there is those I'm talking the countries which over 2,500, 3,000. So in Asia, so there are about 5 to 6 countries in Africa which have at least minimum 2,500 winners, or average of 3,000 winners almost each year. So when we are talking about winners, you'll find out at least over the people who are getting the visas from Africa, almost 50% of those are coming from the very few countries. Let's say there are 20,000 winners. I mean, winners from Africa are getting the diversity visas from the embassy. At least 10 to 12 of those 12,000, they will come from these few countries, from Ghana, from Kenya. I mean, a little bit of Kenya. Kenya, they win almost nearby 2002. Ethiopia, they are coming from Egypt. So there are few countries with all those kind of winners from Africa. Why other countries they have smaller winners? For instance, Tanzania. If I give you the statistics for the winners, the Tanzania last year in DV 2021, the applicants, there were 7,000 applicants, to be exactly 7,000 and a few hundreds. So like 7,000 applicants from Tanzania. But in Ghana, they had almost nearby, it's not exact, but nearby, let's say almost 1 million. Other countries, they have 500,000 applicants. So if you have 500,000 applicants, and your country hasn't have a lot of immigrants already, so you are going to have also the higher number of winners compared to Tanzania with the fewer applicants. Because let's say this is the pool. This is the pool. They have put all the countries here. Let's say one apple, Tanzania has 1 apple, green apple. Ghana has 10 apples. Kenya has 5 apples. Another country, Egypt, they have maybe 12 apples of different color. So the possibility of getting the green apple of Tanzania is very, very small compared to the other countries. That's why the countries with the higher number of applicants, and if they don't have a lot of immigrants here to reach the cap of 50,000, they will continue to still have more winners than the other. So that I want to make sure that you understand. So sometimes why my country doesn't win. Some of those one depends. There are some countries like smaller countries like Botswana or Swaziland. You find there are just maybe 5 winners. Because how many applied? Maybe 5,000 or 3,000. So if there are 3,000 applicants, what is the chance of 3,000 applicants to be selected out of maybe 4 million from Africa? It is very, very small. These people are very lucky, those 3, 4, 5 people from Swaziland, for instance. So those are the things you need to consider when you say you are going to select. So, other question is, what are the things which they can make you not being selected because you apply? There is the first step. They are going to see if you meet the basic. It's just a basic screening to go to the second phase, where the second phase is to be eligible to be in the draw. So there are so many people who are going to be eliminated from the beginning. What are the reasons for being eliminated? Number 1, there is a photo. By a photo, I don't mean that if you use a photo which you have dreads, whatever, all these kind of things. The photo, the background must be white. If you put a blue background like those passports in most of the African countries, or red background, technically you're supposed to get a big punch and you are out, gaboom. You are going to be eliminated. That's number 1. And another one, this is part of this is very clear in the instruction about the photo. If you have used the photo which you used to apply in the previous DV lottery, you apply for this year, that is a ground for you to be disqualified right away, not from the application. I know there are some people who have won the DV lottery using the same photo of the previous years. So don't go and make those kind of mistakes and hope they can forget or the machine cannot detect. I know, as I said, there are people I know, I helped them to apply, and the photo used for the previous years, they have won. But the regulation says, if you use the photo which has been used in the previous DV lottery, Yes. There is a photo about 6 months. The point of the 6 month is about to see the current feature. For me, like, let's say, in the next year, I'm not changing. But if someone, let's say someone is 18 and going to 19, there are a lot of big changes. So that's why they want the most recent photo. But the computer cannot be able, once you receive the new photo, they cannot go to say, oh, this is, it can be able to detect this photo you have taken maybe last year. They cannot be able to do that. But they can be able to know if that photo was used in the previous year. But if you win, that photo used for the application for the DV lottery has nothing to do with the visa day. Which photo are you going to use? Because some people are getting confused. This photo I used will be used in the same photo I have to use in the day of the interview. No, you are not going to use that photo. There are other things which can make you be eliminated. Let me give you an example. You applied more than once. Technical knockout. The good news is, for this year, from the DV 2022 going forward, if you are going to fill the second application, they are going to tell you, you get a warning that your data is already in the system. You have already applied. So if you go ahead and just do another application, you are intentionally going to do the duplicate application. Previously, they didn't give that kind of warning. So someone, maybe the computer didn't go through, maybe the internet was shaky, and then it didn't go through. Then for that particular reason, you say, oh, this one doesn't work. And you go to do the second application, maybe you didn't know it has been successfully applied, and you didn't get the confirmation number right away because maybe the electricity went off or something like that. But now, if you are going to do application from last year going forward, it tells you that your application information is already stored in the system as you have already applied. If you go ahead, is a total disqualification. So that's some of the things which you need to understand. Like, there are things which can be able to make you disqualify right away. So if, let's say, you put a wrong, you put it by mistake, maybe we have different understanding about the high school diploma, high school degree, what is the difference? Or maybe I have a postgraduate diploma, but in the system of America, we don't have something called the postgraduate diploma. Should I say master's? Or should I just say graduate? So all those kind of things, even if you put a mistake into those kind of things, have nothing to do with the selection process. If you put a wrong spelling, you put an error. For instance, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I put Boniface with a P-H-A-C-E instead of F-A-C-E, like a face. If I put it the wrong that way, the computer will not know that I put a wrong name. This is my name. So whether you put a wrong spelling, the system doesn't know. You are the one, you can be able to correct those kind of information when you are going to fill the DSC 260, and when you submit the information for clarification, where the evidence is, the documentation, you can put it the what affidavit of support. I mean, the affidavit from the lawyer that there was a mistake with the spelling of the name. So those are the things you're going to be able to do later. But those have nothing to do with the selection. Selection is basing on your region and your case number. I mean, your confirmation number. They do not know your name. If your name is Ernest, they do not know your name is a Christian name, or is a Muslim name, or is a Jewish name. They do not know about that. So don't start putting all these rumors in your head. Oh, I didn't get this one because of 1, 2, 3. You are starting creating unnecessary reason why you didn't win. And people want sometimes to get justification. People want to find the reasoning why I didn't win. Not to say it's their fault. They're just going ahead and just blaming another person. That's why I don't like to fill something for anyone. I want people to take the full responsibility of filling the application form on their own. So that is something you need to understand. Yes, you can apply in 5 years and not win. You can apply for the first time or the second time or the second year and win. It is a pure lottery. So the application of maybe the V2020, you applied, you didn't win, and you applied 2021, they are not going to look the background that this person has applied 5 times before. So let's give the opportunity to this person to win. No. Each year, the application is a brand new application, and the new application, it means you are brand new considered, and each person has equal chance of winning. Meaning, I'm applying just once. I'm not going to do 2 applications. Yes, someone who is married has higher chances, not because he's married that America wants people who are married. No. You have higher chances if a husband is applying and the spouse is going to apply the wife. That means if the wife wins, comes with the husband. If the husband wins, comes with the wife. So I've seen, like yesterday I was communicating with one guy from Kenya. Himself and his wife won. I mean, they've won the DV lottery. There is a Tanzanian couple. The husband won the first year, DV 2020, and then Tanzania was in travel ban, didn't get to be interviewed. DV 2021, the results came, he won and his wife won. So those are the few things people have that kind of lucky to be able to do that. I'll have a video what happens if both are going to be the winners. So each year they're not going to look like, oh, because you applied and you won, then but maybe your number was high, so this year you're going to be given considered that because you won previous but you had a high case number or didn't get the visa, this year they're going to give you the DV lottery. No, once you come again in the pool, is a brand new application. Each person is going to be treated fairly, equal, without any type of discrimination by the machine. I've been able to do a lot of in that particular area. So the other video, which I'm not going to put, this one is already a long video, I'm going to explain now what after winning. After winning the DV lottery, now what? Should you start celebrating? Should you start saying goodbye to everybody? Should you start go ahead and fill the DS260? What are the costs you need to think in your mind? What do you need to prepare your mindset if you want to come to America? Which state do you want to be able to go? Do you have someone to stay with as a host? If the host you are having, what are the contracts you might have with the host? Things to consider. I'm going to live for free. If I'm going to live for free, maybe for 3 months, what kind of resources do I need to have so that after 3 months I can start my own life? If I'm going to pay a rent to someone, what will be the starting cost for the rent? What will be the starting cost of maybe to purchasing a car? What will be the nature of my relationship with that person? So all those kind of things about to consider soon after winning the DV lottery, I'm going to break down to you in the coming video. Up to now, I know I've talked a lot, so much information in this video, but I want you to understand how the DV lottery winners get selected. But apart from being selected, will this kind of the first DV lottery selection under the Biden administration, and possible because there will be a new U.S. Immigration and Citizenship Act, will the new act have impact into the selection process? Or they increase the number of winners? We know there will be the impact on the number of visas to be issued, but what will be the impact of the visas, I mean the selection number, the winners? Will it be going to be high or will it continue to be small? So those are the few things I want to make sure that we understand. Thank you so much each and everyone for your continued support. Before I end, I ask you once more, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and remember to like the video, remember to share the video to other people. The aim is to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please, let's do so. I know you have been very, very good to my YouTube channel, big supportive to my YouTube channel. Thank you once again. Goodbye again. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo EBM from Missouri, United States of America.